Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today we're taking a look at a new brand called LUQ. This is a brand created by a man named Matt Miller. He actually served 20 years in the National Guard. These watches are assembled in the United States. Matthew always had a dream of creating his own watch brand. He's a watch enthusiast. And one day while he was deployed in the United States Army, he came up with the idea to start his own line of watches. A watch that can kind of go in all directions, from the office to, luxury to the field, basically in all aspects of life. And he's never found a watch that can actually do that. So this is kind of his idea of that, which is actually quite interesting. This watch is called the Go-Getter. It'll be available for pre-order or release date on March 13th, 2023. So only about a month or so. A little more than a month actually, about 2 months. But yeah, this is the actual box it comes in. I'm not sure if this is the actual retail packaging, but this is just a prototype, and let's get right into the watch. First, we'll check out what's on my wrist. On my wrist today, I'm just wearing this old Vostok watch, as you can see here. Yeah, it's a good beater watch. I had this one for about 7 years already. Can't believe it's actually still running. But yeah, just a great everyday watch. I threw on this mesh band, but it's pretty comfortable. Not a bad everyday beater watch. Now, here in front of you is their first release, which is going to be the LUQ Go-Getter, which it's actually called. These are assembled in the USA, Matt did tell me, which is actually pretty cool, since many watches are not assembled in the USA nowadays. Most watches are fully assembled in Hong Kong or China or Asia, unless they come from Germany or Switzerland, of course. But anyway, it's a solid 316L stainless steel brushed case, as you can see here. It's a pretty nice case, very thin, very nice, feels pretty smooth to the skin. No sharp edges or anything like that from what I've seen, as you can see here. Very thin case. Very nice, clean, legible dial, as you can see here. In terms of actual dimensions here, we're looking at 45 millimeters. That's from here to here in terms of diameter. We get a 6 millimeter pull and push crown with 50 meters of water resistance. We also do get a case thickness of only 11 millimeters, so it's actually really thin. Very thin watch, kind of wears flat on the wrist, which is very nice. You can use it to dress up, dress down. It's kind of a watch that can be used in all different situations. The watch itself, in terms of lug to lug, which would be from here to here, you're looking at 55 millimeters. These are all measurements from my own calipers. Now, we do get a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. As you can see, I have that nice gleam there of blue. Nice little flecto shot there. Actually looks pretty cool. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, but very, very legible dial. As you can see, that 12, 2, 4, 6, and 8, 10 orientation. As you can see, we get that kind of octagon bezel, which is held down by screws here, fixed by screws. Which is pretty cool. Looks very modern in my eyes. Very modern design. And getting in a little closer, you get those 3 colors on the logo printed below the 12. You get a all-white ticking seconds hand. And as you can see, everything is printed on here. There is also a nice amount of Loom on this watch as well, with C1 Superluminova, which actually glows green, which is not too bad. Now, you might be wondering, what's actually inside this watch? What's ticking away inside of this watch? It's actually the Swiss Ronda 715 Li. That's a higher end Swiss quartz movement. It's about the same price as like an NH35. So if you think about that, it's about the same price as an automatic caliber from Seiko, it's a really good quartz movement. It's a Swiss Ronda movement. It has a 10-year battery life. You didn't know that. The 715 Li actually does have a 10-year battery life. So this thing will last an insane amount of time before swapping out batteries, which many movements can't really say that for many movements. So yeah, definitely a great movement. It's a 3-handed date movement. You get a quick set date over at the 3 o'clock position. Looks pretty crisp. No issues with legibility or anything like that. And it does have 5 jewels, so it's actually a Swiss quartz movement with 5 jewels, which many Swiss quartz movements don't have that many jewels. So it's a very higher, I would say it's a much higher end Swiss Ronda quartz movement, which is always good to see. Now, pricing of these, he told me, will be about $400 US. I believe that will be the pre-order price. I'm not 100% sure, but you can always sign up for the email list down in the description below. We'll drop a link to them down in the description below. So of course you can check it out after this video and sign up for the email list to be updated on the release of the Go-Getter. Now, this watch is also going to come in a few different colors here. I just want to get that out of the way. It's going to come in the black stainless steel like this, right in front of you. It's also going to come in a black and rose gold. And I believe it's going to come in all black. So you get 3 different variations. And they're also going to come with silicone bands also on top of these genuine leather bands. So you get, a few different color stitching on the silicone bands, and you get this genuine leather band as well. So you can see it's a genuine leather band here. They went ahead and put their logo on the brushed buckle here. You get two keepers, white stitching going up and down to match the white printing on this dial here. And yeah, it's kind of, these straps kind of go in to the case, so it kind of wears a bit smaller there. We have 22 millimeters straight down on this strap here. It's a 22 millimeter lug width. Flipping to the case back, we get a screw down case back with spiral brushed finishing. As you can see, they're pretty simple, just with their logo engraved there. Swiss movement, stainless steel, water resistant 50 meters, crisp and clean. Yeah, pretty simple. But yeah, the finishing on the case is very good, I must say, as you can get a closer look here. It's very smooth, very nice, nicely brushed, and no sharp edges under here, which is always good to see. And then I kind of like this octagon style bezel here as well. Kind of has a bunch of different, shapes to it going around here, as you can see, which is pretty nice. And it actually functions, this quartz movement, quite simple. Most of you guys are pretty familiar with quartz movements. One position here, we get a quick set date. You come out to your final position, you get hacking, and you can set the time precisely here. Everything functions very nicely. Good grip on the 6 millimeter crown, and it is signed as well with the company logo, as you can see there. Go ahead and set the time here. Set it to, I'll set it to 10:10, since always watches are set at 10:10 when they're set in showcases. Push that back down, and it starts running again. Very easy to use. But yeah, it's definitely a very nice looking watch. It's crisp, clean, modern, nicely finished, very thin. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I want to see the loom. Let's definitely take a look at the loom. I believe the hands are loomed, all the numerals are loomed, and all the minute markings are loomed as well. So as you can see here, the loom is actually pretty good, very nicely applied, evenly applied, very bright on the hands. I like how they applied looms on those outlined numbers or numerals. So you can see, it's not easy to apply loom like that, since they're all cut out there when they printed them on. It's just really cool. So nice green loom, definitely lasts a pretty long time, and definitely very legible at night. Now I have a 6.5 inch wrist, and as you can see here, the watch, I would say it wears a little big lug to lug on me. I have a really small wrist. No, but it's definitely wearable. The thinness, I should say, is very nice. You can see there, it wears really flat on the wrist. It's pretty comfortable on this genuine leather band here. Everything fits nice. I like how the buckle is proportionate to the case. I think it looks pretty cool. Very modern, but has a little twist to it. Definitely can be dressed up, dressed down in the office, to play, to do whatever you want with this watch. And that's what it's supposed to be about. But yeah, definitely a nice fit on the wrist, very comfortable, very legible dial with those large numerals. That really helps with legibility. You definitely always are going to know what time it is, and that air coding is working very good, as you can see there. I love that flecto of that blue, it makes it look really nice. So furthermore, guys, I think the LUQ Go-Getter is an interesting release for their first watch. I think they're onto something good here. I like the design. I think it's very nice. There are no quality control issues on these prototypes. Obviously, this is not a actual production unit. This is a prototype. Obviously, there's a little scuff mark here and stuff like that, so keep that in mind. But I like the design. I like the numerals, the large 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. I haven't really seen that before on another watch. I think it looks pretty cool. I love the case shape. I think it's very nice. It's a very thin case, which is especially nice with the quartz movement. You can get it really thin, which is always a good thing. But yeah, nice, crisp, clean, good everyday watch. Good for a lot of different situations. Let me know what you guys think of this watch down in the comment section below as usual. This is Watch Addiction Watch Reviews with the LUQ Go-Getter, an American assembled new watch, which is going to be released in March. Definitely sign up for the newsletter. Check them out. All that info is down in the description below. Definitely subscribe to the channel, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions. And throw the video a like, of course. Share it with your friends. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.